What is the use of an education if it teaches history but does not teach how to create history? Do we teach science or do we teach the science of living?
And I still remember one of the teachers whom I have got a tremendous respect shared this story with me, and which I think in every school, in every class, in every tuition, this story should be shared so that it creates a change in teachers. It seems it happened in one of the schools of USA. There was a teacher by name Mrs. Thompson. She entered into the class and that was her first class in 7th. She looked into the eyes of all 70 students who are listening to the class. She said that, "I love you all." But she knew from the bottom of her heart that she is lying. Because there was a student sitting in the last row. His name is Teddy. And Teddy does not have an eye contact with the teacher. Teddy is wearing dirty clothes. Teddy is shabby. A student sitting there, you can pass remarks about a teacher. This teacher is not good. He cannot communicate very well. He cannot explain the concept very well. As a student sitting there, you can pass remarks about the teacher who is taking the class. But as a teacher standing here, if I decided to touch and transform lives, even in my wildest dreams also, I should not think bad about a student. One student said at the beginning of the student class that it is the great teachers who will reveal great students. But my dear students, it is the reverse case. It is always the great teachers which will make an ordinary teacher and an extraordinary teacher. But unfortunately, Thompson does this mistake. Thompson starts hating Teddy. And after an year, it was a time to give the remarks in the progress report. Thompson writes something in the progress report. We live in this education system where we use words without understanding why we are using it. A progress report, according to Anil Nair, is a report which shows some progress in it. Unfortunately, our progress report does not show progress in it. If a kid opens the progress report, he should take pride that I am growing in my life. And progress report is a data point to show that I am growing in my life. I am improving in a subject. A teacher should look at the progress report and say that it's a blessing to teach such a student. A parent should look at a progress report and say that it's so wonderful to have such a kid with a tremendous great academic results. But unfortunately, our progress report does not show any progress in it. And that Thompson writes something in the progress report. Teddy will be one of the most unsuccessful people I have ever seen in the future years. And like every school system, this progress report reaches headmistress. Headmistress has to countersign it and it will go back to teacher and the teacher will give it back to the student. And headmistress looks at the progress report and it's a concern to her. She calls Thompson and asks, "Why did you write like this?" And Thompson says with a lot of confidence, "Nothing better can be written about Teddy, and this is the best I can write about Teddy." And headmistress asks Thompson to sit and calls the administrative office and asks them to bring 4th class, 5th class and 6th class progress report. Administrative office brings the 4th class and 5th class and 6th class progress report. Headmistress says, "Please look into the 4th class progress report." Thompson opens the 4th class progress report and it was a greatest shock to her life. The teacher who gave the remark in the 4th class progress report writes like this: "It's a privilege for me to teach a student by name Teddy. Because I am teaching to a class where Teddy is present and he is asking too many doubts, my understanding of the subject has grown 10x times because Teddy is asking too many doubts." To all the great teachers who are listening to me will understand that it is always the bad students who will make good students, good teachers, great teachers. Ordinary teachers have got a habit of telling the students not to ask doubts in the class. I think all great teachers will correlate with me. Any class where students are expected to remain silent in the class, you are destroying the intelligence of a student. And the teacher writes, it's a privilege to teach a student like Teddy, and it is something which is surprising to Thompson. How come a teacher can write like this? Because in Thompson's class, Teddy always remains silent and he is aloof from the others. She looks into the eyes of headmistress. Headmistress says, please open the 5th class progress report. And she opens the 5th class progress report. And the 5th class teacher writes, Teddy's mother is suffering from pancreatic cancer. When Teddy came to know that my mother is suffering from pancreatic cancer, slowly his performance in the class is going down and he is not attending regularly classes. Even he is attending, he is not paying attention. He is worried that his mother will leave this place. And slowly tears starts coming from Thompson. Thompson looks into the eyes of headmistress. Headmistress says, please open the 6th class progress report. With hands shivering, she opens the 6th class progress report. And the 6th class teacher writes like this. Teddy's mother died because of pancreatic cancer. And after losing his mother, Teddy felt that the person whom I love the most has passed away. I think, why am I living this life? And he is starting from home. He is dropping in between. He is sitting in bus stand and he is not coming to the classes. Slowly, the extraordinary individual who always used to sit in first row and make teachers uncomfortable with a lot of subject doubts went on to become the last row student, and slowly he became irregular to the class. And tears are coming down from Thompson. Headmistress looks into the eyes of Thompson and makes this statement. Never ever judge any student without knowing the background of the student. Never ever judge any. You should judge the person whom you are getting married to. Your relationship with the person will increase. You should judge the place where you are investing your business. Your business skills will increase. Never ever judge any student without knowing the background of the student. And after listening to this story, Thompson writes a letter to Teddy saying that, Teddy, from today onwards, I will play the role of mother as well as teacher today. And for all the people who want to know, Teddy today is one of the most coveted professors in United Kingdom, and today Thompson's son listens to Teddy's class. To all the teachers, never ever judge any student without knowing the background of the student. And most of the teachers do this mistake. They often put, he is an academically brilliant student. He is someone. How beautiful it is when if we can introduce a philosophy into every class. And I wish to share to all the teachers out here, students no need to read Bible, no need to read Quran, no need to read any of the scriptures. The only scripture they will read is nothing but teacher's wisdom in the class. You don't need to tell them the entire chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You just tell him that one value system which they can create it.